Hi everyone, it's Kendra Devlin, and I am back for another video on just sharing my personal story and the breadcrumbs that God showed me that brought me to the ministry that I'm currently walking in. And I'm a Christian life coach, and I help Christians release past wounds so they can walk and talk in the ministry that God has called them to. I help discipleship within churches and also online ministry as I do online ministry. So today I'm going to be talking about one of my stories of when I was younger, and I was in grade school. I don't remember exactly which grade I was in. It probably had to be like, I don't know, third or fourth grade. But I remember there was a time, at least during those times, when you had different celebrations of different holidays. I don't know if that's how, schools do it now, but we were celebrating like Halloween at the school. And at the time, and I still don't, but at the time, you had to get permission to go to the auditorium or something that the kids will be doing with having this celebration at the school during, school time. And so you had to have like a permission slip or something. And so my mom ended up asking me, well, Kendra, it's up to you if you want to celebrate. Because my parents were not just, you have to do it like this, They were like, they wanted me to be able to share my thoughts on what I believe, really just based off of what they taught. And so she basically asked me, and I said, well, I'm not celebrating it because that ain't what I believe in. In my usual Kendra fashion, no matter what age I was. So, I did that, and every single person, as far as I knew, in my class, their parents signed off. And it wasn't until me and my mom were talking about this, probably a couple of years ago or so, that I kind of like had a flashback to that moment. I remember myself sitting in my desk, everybody was gone, and my substitute teacher was sitting at the desk where the teacher would usually sit at. And she was watching over me during that time frame. And I was just doing the work that they had prepared for me to do, or for any of the kids to do, if somebody didn't allow their children to have permission to go to it. But I remember like sitting at that desk, and, my mom was saying, did anybody like pick on you? And I don't remember any of those different things, but that wouldn't have bothered me. They could have picked on me. I'd have been like, but like, that's not what I believe. And I'm not dressing up as something that I'm not. And no, this is not for me. So it's just kind of funny how, I stood up for what I believe, but I've always stood up for what I believe, even until this day. Again, all these breadcrumbs and this cultivation of what God has brought me to in the ministry that He has given me. And it empowered me, as a young child, just to be able to say, this is what I believe, this is what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter if I'm going with the crowd or not. Like, that's not what was instilled in me. And that's not who I am. Just as God processes DNA and everything else, like, it's just not who I am. And so it's just exciting when I think about it, when I go back to these stories of, even when I was younger, like, there was a breadcrumb of, you're going to be speaking some things to people that they're not going to like, or you're going to be the kind of person that will be bold and stand up. So you let me know, what are some of those breadcrumbs for you as well that God has shown you, in your childhood, that God was showing you pieces of not only who you are, but what you will become, because it's always there. The breadcrumbs are always there. And it's exciting to look back and to be able to see it and see how I've grown and have gained some wisdom within how I speak with people, but that I haven't been broken to the point that I don't do as God has called me to, and I'm not acting in the original me that God called me to be. But go ahead and reflect, leave me a comment down in the section as well. Let me know what you think, and go ahead and do it today because tomorrow it's too late to be great. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.